Hi, I'm Darrell Klassen. I don't know if you've been looking at my Facebook recently, but a guy came on there and he wrote me, Bob is all I'll say, I won't mention his last name. He says, hey Darrell, there's a guy on the Golf Channel who, and I won't name the teacher's name, but said there's an older gentleman who's Australian, he's on the, or Canadian, he's on the Golf Channel, teaches, has a program, and he said something, he was mentioning about the hands working just like a hammer up and down, just like you talk about all the time. What do you think about that? Have you seen him? Well, yes, I have. I've seen him. I've watched some of his stuff, and I have said for years and years and years, probably at least 40 or more years, that if you read or watch enough stuff from all of the top golf teachers, top recognized golf teachers in the world, if you read enough of their stuff and listen to enough of their information, they're eventually going to say that the hands work up and down like a hammer. They're all going to say that. I personally would like to see them expand on that a little bit and open up the door to you, because if the hands go up and down like a hammer, man, the leverage of that thing is really powerful. And we talk about lever and leverage in the golf swing and all of that. That's from the hands working up and down. But what happens, the thing that I would like to see is, if it were me doing it, I would go ahead and express more about how the hands are such a powerful lever, so that when they get to the top and they set and they come back down, that is what the leverage is all about that we hear in the golf swing all the time. And I'd like to see these guys kind of step up a notch and go ahead and explain that, instead of just mentioning that the hands work up and down. You can't name any one of the top 100 teachers who somewhere hasn't said that the hands work up and down. And like I said, my biggest thing is, I would like, if they'd come to me and ask me, I'd say, you need to expand on that, expand it. Get it open, show the golfers what that's all about, because that's what the golfers are missing. I want the golfers to get the whole story. So I really like it when you send me information like that. It gives me an opportunity to kind of take a look and give you my opinion on it. We've got a long ways to go in this business as instructors. We've got a terribly long ways to go before we can get all this thing open. And I told a man just the other day, I said, you know, I've heard all the top teachers at one time or another talk about the hands work up and down, but if they really expanded on that and started talking about how that's a strong lever that creates speed, and the club head speed is where we get our distance, that if they'd begin to really get into that for their students and show how the hands are so vital to the golf swing, man, somebody, I told the man, I said, someone's bound to come out of the woodwork one of these days, out of nowhere, and begin to talk about the hands in the golf swing and how important it is. But he'd probably be scrutinized and be subject to a lot of criticism, and things would really be tough on him, and people, the golf industry would say he's probably nuts, even if he were a PGA professional. And the criticism would be just ungodly. And the man looked at me and he said, well, he said, isn't that basically you? I had to laugh a little bit, because I'm not trying to put anyone down. I want to see the golf profession open up and tell you people. I want you to know, Mr. Golfer, I want you to know what's been holding you back. And really the whole thing is the hands. So I'm glad to see people begin to pick up on the fact that hands are used in the golf swing. This is too vital, too important for us. We've got to get the job done more often. Thanks, I really appreciate it. I'm Darrell Klassen. Start using your hands in the golf swing. You'll pick up that lever that gives you the speed.